quick! Go! Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
Ha! Take that!
You're in for an ass-kicking, you piece
Another
of shit!
one!
Ready to die!
I'm not gonna...
Do it! Enough! Go! Go! Die!
Whoa!
When we catch a fella cheating, we can do whatever we see fit with him.
Like, break a few of his fingers,
Or knock a couple of his teeth out.
or cut off a chunk of his ear. To make him listen
Sounds like
good,
trouble to
that he
me.
doesn't pay to cheat.
Or the tip of his nose. So we don't stick it where it don't belong.
Fellas! Surely we can work something out here?
You hear that? Now he wants to make a deal.
Then he shouldn't have cheated. Enough of this horseshit. Hand over what you swindled out of us.
But my wife is ailing. Deadly ill, I swear.
Really? How many times does that make it?
Last time it was his daughter, wasn't it? Or grandma?
So not just a swindler, but a liar to boot. Just you wait, you sack of shit. I'll rip out your tongue and throw it to the dogs.
No, please. You can't do that. Help me. Somebody help.
You're a dead man!
I'll be done with you in a flash. Nice strike! You can hardly stand, asshole. Stay down, you fucking idiot.
How terrible!
What the...
God! God! Die!
Whoa! Whoa!
Still, we made him pick them all up and wipe them clean. And they smelled like arse after that, though.
I'll help you out. Ha! Ah! Don't put it there. Aha!
Go! Quick! Ka! Go! Die! Quick! Quick!
Whoa! Whoa!
Die! Die! Quick! Die! Go! Go! Die! Go! Quick! Die! Go! Go! Ka! Ka!
Nice and slow.
Greetings, my friend.
When is the last time you buried an executed man?
Why do you care?
I want to say my last farewell. He was a good friend of mine.
Good friend, you say? That ain't something you should be proud of.
What's wrong with it?
Because the last executed man I buried was a fucking sorcerer.
What?
You heard me. A sorcerer. When they arrested him, he had an arrow stuck in his head. But he kept on living. It wasn't no fresh wound. It was old, healed. The thing stuck out of his head like a tree branch.
He was no sorcerer. Just a regular fella who got in the way of an arrow.
Tell that to the village crones. Of course he was a sorcerer. Nobody can survive an arrow in the head. There's magic and witchcraft behind it. Even the priest said so. Good thing we strung him up right away. It could have turned really nasty. He'd send a plague upon us or something worse.
Ah, nonsense.
Are you trying to say our priest don't know what he's talking about? I ain't telling you shit. Now get out of here before I really lose my temper.
It's a blessing to see someone doing their job dutifully. I can see you take good care of the cemetery. I'm sure the abbot would be interested to know you're so conscientious.
Thanks, sir. You know the abbot?
Of course I do. I'm on my way to see him now. I'll tell him about your good work.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry I was so rough with you. I've got to be careful. I'm sure you understand. There's all sorts of strange fellas lurking around here from time to time. I have to keep things in order.
I understand. But now hurry up and show me the grave.
The grave you're looking for ain't in the cemetery. Can't have witchy bastards like that lying here among decent folk.
Where can I find it then?
If it was up to me, I'd have thrown him to the wild dogs in the forest. At least then he'd be useful for something. But a sorcerer has to be buried. So I dug a hole near the big willow tree behind the cemetery wall.
All right. Thanks.
Excuse me.
Easy, good horse.
Damn it! That door's supposed to be closed!
God!
That looks fresh. Oh, shit. It's him.
Yeah. Phew. I've got it.
God!
I'm a bit peckish.
My God, these furry mutts. This doesn't seem too bad.
I'm looking for Pasha. Have you seen him around here?
Oh, you must be that good Samaritan, helping us out with our little matter.
Maybe. And who are you?
They call me Heir. I've been waiting here for you. Pasha had to return to the camp. He's got duties to attend to. Leadership duties. See?
I get it.
So, do you have it? Did you find the arrow?
Of course. I'll keep my promises.
All right. Show it to me.
That depends on whether you have a reward for me.
That, I don't. I was told to wait for you here, and then take you to the camp. Pasha will pay you there.
Well, that's a shame. I was thinking it was too easy. Well, let's go then, eh?
Hey, where did you find it? I mean, where is Karel buried?
In Sedles, there's a big willow tree near the cemetery. He's buried beneath it. What, do you want to put flowers on his grave?
I'd like to, but there's no time. Pasha has big plans with the arrow, so I reckon we'll start robbing against him. I'm worried what will come of it.
What are Pasha's plans?
Robbing on a grand scale. Well, he's not like Karel. Pasha wants gold, booze, ores. Most of all, revenge. I'm afraid it'll end badly.
Maybe it won't be so bad. Things will settle down in a few days and go back to how they were before.
I wish. I reckon things will only start getting wilder and wilder. Pasha's got everything planned. Who he'll take revenge on, who he'll rob. There are savage times ahead. I don't want to go back to the camp. Pasha's leading us straight to hell. Hey, listen, let's talk.
What's going on?
Hey, listen up. Pasha mustn't get the arrow. If you give it to him, well, you'll be killing us all. The man doesn't know when to stop. He'll drag us on raids we won't come back from.
What do you suggest?
Give me the arrow. I don't have any coin to pay you for it, but you'll be doing the right thing. You'll save a few good men from certain death.
You're the same bunch, aren't you? Why shouldn't Pasha have it?
Well, because if he gets his hands on it, he'll kill us all.
What kind of nonsense is that?
It's the truth. Pasha isn't like Karel. Karel was like an holy man. He preached like a priest. He kept talking about humility, about how we only need a little to live. He always said, an humble life can be a good life.
He sounds like a good man. A shame.
He was. Pasha, on the other hand, well, he's different. He keeps babbling about how we'll have mountains of gold just as soon as he gets his hands on the arrow, and how he'll take revenge on all those who did him wrong. Well, he's like a madman. I'm afraid he'll drag us into something that'll have us all swinging.
That's the risk of being a bandit, though. It can cost you your neck.
So it is. But I'm not going to hang just because Pasha wants his vengeance.
If I give it to you, what will you do with it?
I'll go somewhere far away and start my own gang. I don't need mountains of gold or revenge like Pasha. We'll be happy with a little and we'll have a good life. Like with Karel, and the arrow will help us.
I understand, but Pasha gave me the job. I'll only give the arrow to him.
I was worried this would happen. Look at it this way. We're all alone. Here, nobody'll hear you scream. So, either you give me the arrow, or I'll take it from you.
What power will the arrow have if you kill the messenger carrying it?
What do you mean?
Will the arrow still be magic? Or will it become cursed?
Fuck. Well, I don't know.
But I do. These things are powerful, and not to be trifled with.
Oh, shit.
Leave the arrow to Pasha. Give him a chance to show he can be a good leader.
Well, give it to him if you must. But I won't be going back to the camp. When everything goes to shit, I won't be around to see it. Godspeed.
Go! Quick! Quick! Go!
Let's know if Peter the Pub get out! What do you think? The mill.
Show me.
Goods we picked up the board that time.
Dirty bastard. I hope you didn't talk to him.
No, well, not really.
So you did talk to him.
Aye.
I found your Carol. He's buried in Sedlets.
Glory to the Lord. And the arrow? Do you have it?
I do. And I'll tell you, getting it was weird. Never done anything like it.
See? You felt it too. It's a powerful artifact, and its power will save us. Where's Hare? I left him to wait at the Devil's Den, so he'd lead you here.
Everyone shagged her, but he robbed me out of my share and jobbed me in for good measure. But he didn't tell you that.
I've no idea where he is. I didn't see him.
That's just like him. Can't be relied on. That young fool thinks he's got the wisdom of Solomon, but he'll come crawling back. He'll be hungry, and then I'll deal with him. But back to the task at hand. Give me the arrow.
Here it is.
That's the one. Incredible. I can feel the power. It really is the one. Lord, thank you for this gift. We'll do great things with it.
I'm glad you like it. Now, what about my reward?
Hold on, lad. We're not done yet. Back then, it was me that picked the arrow and shot it. First, it seemed like an accident. But it was the hand of God that guided me. Through this arrow, our Lord sent down incredible power to one of his flock. And now, it's my turn! Just like Carol before me, now I'll receive the blessing of our Heavenly Father.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Today, it will be you who blesses me with the arrow, friend, and we'll never go hungry again.
Wait, you want me to shoot you in the head?
Don't be afraid. No, it will endow me with great power, and then I'll lead my companions to abundance and plenty.
If it's really what you want, I'll shoot you.
Don't think of it as shooting. I want your arm to be guided by the arm of our Lord, who shall bless me this day. You shall be his servant.
All right, then.
Here's the crossbow. I'm ready. Come on, shoot. Give me the blessing. God bless us.
Come on, shoot!
God bless us! God bless us!
Glory to Pasha!
What are you waiting for?
The arrow killed him. We're done for.
Christ!
Have mercy!
God, help!
mighty one. Holy immortal
here.
one.
It's
merciful
time
one,
you all
holy
heard.
angel of
Roof. We survived. But now we face a far greater catastrophe. You all know
my
full
enemy
well
adversary.
what I'm talking about.
May I not find
Cities! I'm Everyone
sorry.
here knows someone who has moved away for a better life, they say. But what's the truth? Hey,
greetings?
Go! Quick! Go!
I wish he was here already. I'm on tenterhooks. Hey, Goodman. Can you come here a moment? Please, help. Can you hear me?
What's going on? Do you need help?
Thanks for stopping here. My husband, Mikush, hasn't returned from Billany. Me and Vendula are awfully worried about him.
Wait, I need to know a bit more. What's your name?
Svatava,
I'm Henry. And Vendula would be...
our only daughter.
And your lost husband is Mikush?
Aye. Since we've been living in this hut, he's been going to work to Billany.
When did you last see him?
He left a few days ago. He's never been away this long.
What job did he do in Billany?
He's a damned good tailor. But besides that, he does odd jobs around the village. He always brings whatever he earns here. Mostly food. The little we manage to grow here isn't enough.
Did your Mikush have any enemies you know of?
Enemies? No. He's a nice man. He never hurt a soul. Maybe he's a bit too nice. He trusts everyone. I'm worried someone might have tricked him into something.
What do you mean?
He thinks people are good deep down. I don't think that. People can be right bastards. That's why I'm so worried about him.
Why are you here? In the forest?
We had a big house in Messales. But then Sigismund's mercenaries decided to burn the village to the ground. Mikush, Vendula and me all escaped at the last moment. The others weren't so lucky. It was hell on earth. You can't imagine the terror.
I'm from Skalitz. I reckon I can.
You can. I don't know. In any case, we ended up here. At least we had some roof over our heads. But now, I don't even know what'll happen next.
Why did the soldiers attack your village?
Why? Good Lord, such a question. They didn't ask us anything. The worst thing is, the village paid some mercenaries for protection. But they took off the moment they saw horses kicking up dust on the horizon. I'm glad old Svartosh, my father, didn't live to see it. His heart would have burst.
Do you want me to find him?
You'd do that for me?
Yes. Don't worry. I'll find him. Where do you think I should start? In Billany?
Aye. Ask about him in the tavern. He wears a fine embroidered hat. Everyone will remember him.
How are you getting along here?
Now, quite miserably. I hope you find my Mikush soon. We won't be able to go on without him.
I'll try and look for him.
Oh, bless you, kind soul. And good luck.
God bless.
Good evening. What do you need?
Show me your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
I suppose we could give it a try. Aye, that sum will convince me.
I'll
And
have
take
a
care.
jug of water.
Do you know someone by the name of Mikush?
Who?
Mikush. A fellow with a nice hat. I heard I might find him round here.
I know who you mean, but I never really spoke with him. You'd be better asking the tavern keeper.
Large beer for me.
What are you here for today?
Do you know someone by the name of Mikush?
Who?
Mikush. A fellow with a nice hat.
I know who you mean. Same to you. There.
We'll see whose side luck is on
Better
today.
already.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for someone. His name's Mikush.
Mikush? Never heard of him.
I've been told he wears a...
Fancy hat?
Exactly.
I've seen him around here. But I don't see why I should talk to a stranger about another stranger. Wouldn't you rather play a game of dice?
Let's play then, if that's what you want.
That's what I like to hear. My palms were getting itchy.
Let's go then.
Here we are. Good. Well,
God grant you health.
nothing too bad.
Good doggy, good boy.
One beer! I hope Lady Luck will be on my side.
Christ. Again?
Have you seen that farmer's daughter?
One with the huge titties. Mm-hmm. Aye. I'd love to take her for a ride.
My thoughts exactly. And while we're at it, her arse ain't too bad either.
Sacker. I've got a hankering for her just talking about her. I reckon I'll have to go and see that bird before you whisk her away.
Ha! I'll whisk her away, no matter what.
You want to bet?
Aye,
When it
why not?
rains, It pours.
First, let's
Have you
another
lost your
round.
mind? You're going to lose everything. Well, you're not afraid of anything. Let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
My God, what for?
God grant you health.
Greetings to you.
If you're hungry, just let me know. I have some well-aged mutton in black sauce.
Fuck that!
Happy now?
Good game. How about another one?
Maybe. But first, talk.
I've known Mikush since the first moment he showed up here to play. Unsurprisingly, the bloke looked like he couldn't count to 5. I thought I'd found an easy mark. But man, was I wrong. He's a great player. And that kind of praise means something coming from me. He knows when to bet everything on the final roll.
So he won a lot?
Aye, for a while. Until his luck ran out. Then he started borrowing. One time he got so desperate, and maybe had a few too many beers, he started going on about his buried fortune in Messalis, saying he'd surely pay back anyone who lent him money. Ha!
When did you last see Mikush?
A few days ago, he was playing against that hired hand, Drat. Drat lost and didn't have enough money. They left together, and Mikush hasn't shown up since. That's pretty suspicious now that I think about it. That Drat bloke's an odd duck.
What do you mean, odd?
I've heard he's been dealing with some bandits. You'd better have a word with him. But be careful.
Where can I find this Drat?
Somewhere in the village. I reckon he'll be at the farm he works at. Well, technically,
Because he's a big fella and looks strong, they made him into something like the village catchpole. But to tell you the truth, he's less a catchpole and more just a regular farmhand pretending to be a catchpole.
Did anyone lend him anything?
Aye, and Mikush won everything back.
And did he pay back the money he borrowed?
Of course, every last groschen. He was laughing the whole time, too.
What about that buried fortune of his? Did he ever mention it again?
The next day, he claimed he made it all up, saying he just had too much to drink. Only nobody believed him.
Did anyone seem particularly interested in his fortune? Someone who'd want it for himself, and would go after Mikush because of it?
Everyone was interested in it, but Mikush never talked about it again. Besides, that village is burned to the ground and full of rabble. Mess or less is an awful mess. That rhymes!
Where can I find this Drat?
I already told you.
I'll go have a talk with Drat then. Thanks.
Don't mention it. And if you ever fancy a game, you know where to find me.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What can you tell me about Drat?
Look, I don't know him so well. I know he's mixed up in some bad stuff, that's all. He hid something in his chest. Some kind of map or something. He was always very careful with it. And...
Hands off the door. All right. Hey! You're not allowed here! That's it! And next time, don't go creeping around where you don't belong!
Right.
God bless.
Hey! You can't just walk around here without permission. Good. And don't come back till you've learnt your manners. Stop acting like a child. Hey? What was that? It was not. What was that sound? What is this racket here?
Huh? I must be mad. Huh. Strange.
Very odd. It must be over now, whatever it was. Hey? All right. What was that? What was that?
To hell with it.
It was nothing.
Are you kidding? Stop that! I'm starting to think.
Typical, a troublemaker. He keeps provoking me and won't stop.
All right. You caught me.
Pacify him!
I
quick!
surrender.
I've got you. You're not gonna fuck with me. Pay a fine, or I'll lock you up in the pillory. You'll get over your foolish ideas there.
Restrain yourself. Let me inform you in good faith. If you think you can just give me a whipping, then you'll be defying the law of the land. And you'll suffer the consequences.
Excuse me?
Only the heathens do that. We Christians apply the law justly. You are a good Christian, are you not?
Well, of course I am. But what am I supposed to do with you then?
First and foremost, you must inform the court scribe in Prague what misdemeanor has been committed. Upon which, he shall make a record, and then inform you what you should do according to the law.
You're having me on, right? I'm not gonna go to Prague on account of you.
Well, according to the law of the land, you should. But I understand that's no easy matter. Look here. Nothing terrible has happened, right? So let's agree to forget the whole thing, and you won't have to go to Prague.
All right then. But promise you won't get up to any more mischief.
Naturally. You have my word.
Night.
And with you.
Greetings to you.
What can you tell me about Drat?
Look, I don't know him. He...
Who's opening that? You can't be here.
You're Drat.
Aye, that's me.
Can I ask you something?
Ask away. But do it fast, I don't have all day.
Do you know a fella by the name of Mikush?
I don't know any Mikesh.
Knock it off. I hear you left the tavern together. And no one has seen Mikush since.
Oh, yeah, that fella. We were heading in the same direction, but then went separate ways. That's all I know.
You certainly know something about Mikush's disappearance, and you should talk.
Should I? Why's that?
You best realise to whom you're speaking, boy. If it were of no importance, a noble such as myself would waste no time with it. So speak.
I apologise, sir. It's not my fault. It was Hanka.
Who's this Hanka woman?
Hanka's not a woman, but a man. We've known each other for years. He was a hired hand in Messalus. Certainly know what happened there. The horror. Not long ago, he came to see me. Said he was the only survivor from the entire village, but I know that wasn't true.
Because you met Mikush?
I thought he'd be quite happy that someone else got away, but he was actually quite upset about it.
What do you mean, upset?
Well, you could see it on him, all nervous like. Seemed to me like it was rubbing him up the wrong way. That Mikush, of all people, survived.
Did he have any issues with Mikush?
Perhaps there was something between them. I didn't ask.
Interesting. Did he tell you anything else?
I didn't ask him any more questions.
They'll steal your nose from between your eyes.
So, someone comes to see you, acts all odd, and you don't ask any questions? I don't believe you. You must have had a normal conversation, seeing as you're old friends. And he had to have told you something.
Well, I understood he quarrelled with Mikush and his family about some money, a family inheritance. Nothing unique there. It happens in every family, so I didn't pry any deeper. Then he said he'd like to talk to Mikush and whether I could set up a meeting.
Well, thanks to you, he knew Mikush frequents the tavern. So why didn't he go and find him? To talk with him?
I don't know.
To the stocks with him.
Get moving.
Damn it! Come clean. You must have asked him the very same question. So you know the real reason. Admit it.
Hanko told me he'd joined up with some bandits, so he didn't want to show his face in the taverns. It wasn't so long ago they robbed a merchant here. I reckon he was afraid someone might recognise him.
So he wanted to rob Mikush?
I really have no idea. Hanko didn't tell me. I just wanted to help out an old friend. I didn't know what he was up to. What the hell do I care about some strange fellow with a funny hat, damn it? Hanko told me to take Mikush outside the village and then he'd meet him there. But he said Mikush couldn't know about him, and he left figuring out how to do that up to me. So I played dice with Mikush. He's damn good, so I had no problem losing a few games. In no time at all, I owed him quite a few quotient. I told him I could pay my debt immediately, but he'd have to come with me to my hiding place. He didn't blink an eye. He's damn trusting, given how things are today. I took him a little way outside the village, told him I was going to take a piss, and then took off. And that's all. I don't know anything else.
Where did you take him? I want the exact location.
Here, just outside the village, on the way towards Messalus.
Are you trying to lie again, Drat? If he wanted to settle a family dispute with Mikush, he wouldn't have lured him outside the village for a chat. Unless you want to piss me off, you'll tell me the truth. Now.
All right, fine. It was a bit further away from the village. Actually, it was quite far.
Are you going?
Where were you supposed to take Mikush?
A crossroads by the forest, on the way to Messalus. Actually, almost right by Messalus. A little beyond the woodsman's camp. Just go straight. 2 roads intersect there. It's the only proper crossroads on the way.
You've no business here. Out!
What happened at the crossroads? I want the truth.
Well, as I was saying, I took Mikush there and told him I needed to take a piss. Then Hanka jumped out of the woods with some bandits. They grabbed him. He began to scream, but there was no one around to hear him.
And what did you do?
I didn't wait to find out what would happen. I ran.
What did Hanka promise you for bringing Mikush to him?
Nothing. I did it out of friendship.
Are you trying to lie again?
All right. He said he'd give me part of the buried inheritance.
So Hanka wanted to get his hands on that inheritance the whole time?
I reckon so.
He felt the family owed it to him, but I don't understand why.
Family. Skeletons in the closet. You never know.
Away with you.
How long have you known Hanker? Since you're such good friends.
We go back a long way. As youngsters, we'd beat the shit out of each other in the Merciless Tavern. As it often goes, we ended up becoming friends over a beer, you know? But I haven't seen him since I've been working as a catchpole. Not until now, that is.
Well, if you were such good friends, you must know more than you're telling me.
Maybe. But it's not important.
Every detail is important.
So listen up. Hanker always had one big problem. No woman would have him. He's always said it's because he's not rich. But he's just a hired hand. As if a hired hand can't shag. The stories I could tell.
Get to the point.
Last year, his cousin danced with him at a feast. He was like a new man. He wouldn't stop talking about her. Vendula this, Vendula that. As if he was in love with her. And then, all of a sudden, nothing. He never mentioned her again.
Off you go.
Where might Hanker be now?
I only know what he told me. That he ran off into the forest. And that's where he joined up with those bandits. He bragged about how they made him their captain.
Away with you.
I'm not wasting any more time with you. God only knows what Hanker's done to Mikush, and you're responsible for it. Be ashamed. You sold out an innocent man for a handful of groschen. Sickening.
I'm truly sorry.
Being sorry won't help. You're a snake in the grass. You deserve punishment.
Please, don't tell anyone. No one can find out.
Come on now. You've no business here.
All right. I won't tell anyone. You have committed a grave sin, but if you show remorse, God will forgive you.
Thank you. I'll never do anything like that again. I swear. I'll pray and go to church and...
Enough already.
Come on now.
Farewell, Drat.
I hope they'll beat him like a dog!
Well. That's it. Go now.
Easy. Nice and slow. Quick. Quick! Go! Ka! Ja! Ka! Quick! Whoa! blood. And quite a lot of it, too. It looks like they dragged that poor wretch further. I have to find out where. That must be Mikush's hat. It looks like it fell off when they dragged him into the woods. I have to find out which way they took him. Track! Good dog, Mutt. Show me.
Wouldn't have happened.
He didn't give him a chance. He should have given him a breather, not just burned him with a red-hot knife.
Did he get out of him what he needed? He did.
He got it all right. But the tailor is going to croak. We'll be fucked.
Well, it's not our fault.
You can't get that through to Hanker. We should have kept him around. Fuck. What are we going to do?
What do I know? Shit. I wish he'd stop squealing like that.
You'd be squealing too if you had a hole in your gut.
Maybe he's thirsty. Give him a drink.
Christ! Are you yanking my pizzle? What the fuck? Get over it!
Everyone
quick!
here! We've got a pest here!
He must have been shooting from here, but where is he? must have been shot from here.
That coward must have shot from here. You fucked up now, arsehole! Alert! You won't be able to take another.
Didn't see that coming, eh?
This wouldn't have happened.
He didn't give him a chance. He should have given him a breather, not just burn him with a red-hot knife.
Did he get out of him what he needed? He did.
He got it all right. But the tailor here's gonna croak, and we'll be fine.
I'll cut your balls off! Alert! Alert! Take that! For the cross! Show your stuff! I yield. Mercy.
My God! By that tree, is that Mikush? What have you done to that poor man?
I...
You hear me? What did you do?
Nothing. It was Anka.
What did he do to him? Talk.
He stabbed him, and then he shoved a red-hot knife in the wound.
Good God.
He wanted him to tell the truth. He's out of his mind.
What did he want from him?
Well, he wanted to find out where he buried that inheritance, but he kept saying he doesn't know.
Oh, Christ almighty.
The tailor swore he didn't know anything, but his wife did. Well, she's the one who buried it.
What happened next?
He wouldn't stop burning him until Mikush told him where his wife was hiding. Anka took off with the men to their hut. He left us here to guard him and told us if he dies, he'll sort us out. Only the tailor's getting worse. He's all burned, delirious. He's dying. We don't know what to do with him.
Why? Why did he torture him so cruelly?
I don't know. He just kept saying, that was our money. That was our money too. He called Mikush uncle a few times. I don't know why. I don't reckon he's actually his uncle. He wouldn't do that to him, right? He wouldn't torture his own uncle like that, would he? Unless... Jesus.
This keeps getting better and better. What's the story with this Hanka fella?
It used to be an hired hand in Messeles. That's the village that the soldiers of that other king burned to the ground.
Yeah, so I've heard. And he just decided to join up with you?
Of course not. He had to beat our captain, Loiza.
And did he?
He killed him with his bare hands.
That's enough. Get out of this forest now, and don't look back, or do I have to kick your arse out of here myself?
No, please! You'll never see me again, sir!
Christ. He's on his last legs. According to that bandit, Hanker stabbed him, then burned him with a red-hot knife. I have to take a look at his wounds. Doesn't look good. I need to be careful not to make things worse. There are some burns and stab wounds. Burns look bad, but I don't think they're the main problem. The stab wounds, though, look infected. They're dripping with pus. Maybe cleaning them out and changing the bandages will help. Maybe some herbs would help him. Medicinal ones. They help with healing. If I place them on his wounds and dress them, he could get some relief. Maybe a potion would help him. Something healing. That works fast. The better quality it is, the quicker he'll get better. I've seen enough. I think I know how to help him. I'll get him through this. I hope I can act fast enough. What are we gonna do with you? I should clean that wound first. This'll sting a bit.
Ah! That hurts!
The wound is clean. That should stop the pus from forming. I ought to put herbs on that wound. But I won't do that now. I'll be back. Now it's time to try herbs. They could help you a lot. I have just the thing for this. Right. The wound is clean. You should be feeling better soon. I'll give you a healing potion. I'm sure it'll help. This one should do the trick. Drink up. I should bandage it for you. I'll just wrap it tight. There we are. I'll pray for you. At least your soul will get some relief. How does it go again? All praise and glory is yours, Lord our God, for you have called us to serve you in love. Bless Mikush, so that he may bear this illness in union with your son's obedient suffering. Restore him to health, and lead him to glory. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. That's all. I'm sure he'll pull through. Mikush?
Who are you?
Henry. But that's not important now. I know why Hanka tortured you. Did you tell him anything?
My God. I told Hanka that the only person who knows where our inheritance is buried is Svatava. And then he burned me. So much pain. I told him where he could find her. My God. He took his men and headed out for her. To the hut. You have to save them. Hurry. I'll follow you. Don't wait for me. Their lives are in danger.
Quick! Go! Ka! Go! Quick! Go! Quick! Whoa! Let her go immediately.
Take another step, and I'll slit her throat.
I know what you're after. You want that buried fortune. The inheritance.
What do you know about that? You talk.
Nothing else at all. But if it's only money you want, no one has to die.
Are you yanking my pizzle? I'm really gonna finish her off.
Let her go. We can talk this over. It's not your fault what you've done. You've gone through horrible things.
What could you know about that?
Believe me, I know. You're horribly angry and you can't control yourself. But no one else should suffer because of that. Talk to me. Peacefully.
Peacefully. All right. We'll do it your way.
Praise be to God.
Look, I know it doesn't look good, but I was in the right. The money they hid, it belongs to me. It's my inheritance.
I don't understand. You'll have to explain it to me.
My grandfather, old Sfotosh, was rich. He worked the fields all around Messeris. He built a beautiful house. He had many children, but only 2 daughters made it into adulthood. Svatova and my mother, Ludmila. When he was dying, he fucked my mother over and gave the house and all his money to Svatova and that tailor of hers.
To disinherit his daughter like that is strange, to say the least. Did he have a reason to do that?
Reason? Svatos hated my father. He was just your average poor commoner, but that wasn't good enough for his high and mighty self. Svatova and Mikush got married off in Kutenberg at the Church of St. Peter and Pavel. But did they invite my parents? I was still little, but I remember he treated us like dirt. And not just him. We barely had any proper food to eat. Pa had to go work in the mines at Horsham for a few groschen. He ended up trapped under rubble there. He died a cripple. After that, no one even moved a finger to help us. Not Svatova, not Mikush, no one.
You're damn lucky I came in time to help, Mikush. Things might have ended up much worse.
I only wanted justice. Nothing more.
Drat told me you were attracted to Vendula.
That's not true.
Don't lie. I hear she danced with you. And you were over the moon.
I wasn't. I just... Not so many girls dance with me.
Because you're just a hired hand?
Well, she's my cousin. So I wasn't head over heels for her or anything. No way. I mean, who want me anyway?
I get it. You're alone and desperate. It's sad not to have someone by your side.
You're right.
But believe me, there is someone out there for everyone. It's God's will.
You think so?
Certainly. Try and pray more. And visit the baths. That's important.
I wish I heard that earlier.
But it's never too late to change, believe me. Look at me. I'm just an ordinary village boy.
You might be right.
Tell me one thing. How did you survive what happened in Messelis?
Dumb fucking luck, I reckon. That band of despicable cutthroats. Once they made their way into the courtyard, all hell broke loose. Tried to defend ourselves, but everyone but me fell. So I fled to save my brother and mother. But it was too late. Everything was burning. I took off running and didn't stop until I was deep in the forest.
No matter what you've done, I must admit, I feel sorry for you. I know well what you went through. Your family? What happened to them?
No one survived. No one was expecting it. Once the soldiers entered the village, there was no escape. Their captain got his eye on my brother, who worked with me in the courtyard. Franz was barely 15. He didn't stand a chance. I ran out to the fields for Ma, but they got there first. All I could hear was her screaming. And then it stopped. I lost everyone. But Svatva and Mikush didn't.
I'm sorry, but your misfortune gives you no right to harm others. How did you join up with the bandits?
My first night out, I slept under a tree. I was starving. So I went out hunting for mushrooms, but then I saw a fire. It was that gang. Captain Loiser was their leader, a big fella. They said they'd let me join if I beat him in a fight. So, I beat him. And they made me their leader.
What about Loiser?
They buried him in a glade.
I reckon that was no great loss.
I don't know. We didn't really get to know each other.
If you felt aggrieved, you should have found another way. Violence solves nothing.
That's the first time I've heard that. You don't exactly look like the type of man that would avoid, say, torturing an enemy. Or am I wrong?
I need to have a good reason to get violent.
Are you saying I didn't have a good reason?
In any case, you should apologize. You put them through hell.
I won't apologize to anyone. They had a guilty conscience because of what they did to me. If they shared just a bit of their wealth, nothing would have happened to them. But they didn't. They fucked up my life. I'm poor and alone.
Enough talk.
Be reasonable. No one died in the end.
I said, enough talk. I know how to end this whole unfortunate situation. Take what I said about rectification to heart, and leave here in peace.
Very well. I was getting sick of the bandit life anyway. You'll never see me around these parts again. I swear. Farewell.
Hey, Hanka!
Where's he going?
I have no idea.
That fella told him to leave.
I don't get it.
Hey, Hanka!
Hanka, talk to us!
Hanka, wait!
He wanted to kill me.
It's all right. It's all over now.
You both all right?
My sweet Vendula, did he hurt you?
I'm all right, Ma.
Thank God. Thanks for the rescue, Henry. And what about my husband? Did you find him?
I did. Hanka was keeping him in his camp. He was nearly a goner. I managed to treat his wounds.
His wounds? My God. What did those bastards do to him?
They didn't treat him nicely, that's for sure. But he'll tell you himself. He's on his way back now.
Hanka, that bastard. I hope he'll pay for all his crimes.
It's not important. What's important is he won't be bothering you anymore.
Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. And I thought seeing my own home burned to the ground was the worst thing.
We've gone through a lot, Ma. So much suffering. We have to leave this place. Get as far away as possible, as soon as possible.
Wait. Did you hear something?
I don't hear anything.
There! Again! Someone's outside. Jesus. It's those bandits. There must have been more of them.
Ma, take it easy. I don't hear anything.
Henry, go and have a look.
It's not the bandits. Look who's come home.
Mikush!
Pa!
You made it here quickly.
I came as fast as I could. I nearly gave up the ghost. I was so worried about the two of you.
I'm so glad you survived. That horrible hunker tried to kill us.
I know. All because of the inheritance.
He went absolutely mad.
If it weren't for Henry, he'd have killed Vendula. And then me.
That lunatic. Who would have guessed that about him? He used to be a good lad.
After all that, Henry let that good lad go.
Well, let's hope he never shows up here again. I'm awfully knackered. I need to lie down for a bit. Will you help me?
Of course, Pa. Come and rest inside.
I reckon you're hungry too. Vendula, give him some gruel. It should still be warm.
All right. Come on, Pa. Carefully.
And the two of us should have a word.
What did you want to talk about?
I wanted to thank you for everything. You saved our entire family.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
As you might have figured out, everything that happened was all because of our inheritance, which I hid from the soldiers in Merciless. I understand you've done everything you can for us, but I wanted to ask if you could go and get it for us. You're a strong, capable man, and you don't scare easy, and it'll be worth your efforts. Trust me.
All right, I'll look for it. But you'll have to tell me where I'll find it.
Listen, I'll tell you everything. My memory's not as good as it once was. Our house is the third one on the right when you follow the main road towards Visoka. Anyone entering the village goes by our house. Must have been about 2 days before the tragedy. The neighbor boy ran over and started yelling about how something was coming, that he'd heard it from the patrol on the road. No one believed him, not even his pa. After all, why would soldiers attack a monastery village, one far from their camp? It didn't make any sense. That night, though, I had a strange dream. I tried to put out a fire, but the more water I poured on it, the bigger the flames got. So I decided to hide all our valuables. Only I couldn't do it during the day. I was worried someone would see me. I put all of it in a chest, loaded it onto a handcart, and waited till nightfall.
Continue.
When night fell, I snuck out the back of our house with the handcart, making my way through the hole in the fence next to the compost heap. Mikush was supposed to fix that hole a long time ago, but as good as he is with a needle and thread, well, when it comes to other work, you can forget about it. At least it made things easier for me. First, I headed right. Then I turned left, up the path, around the neighbor's barn. It's outside his fence. I had to stop there, because the neighbor's little brat was still awake and wandering around. Fortunately, he didn't see me. So I kept going past a low wall where two paths cross. There, I went left. Once I was safely out of the village, a dog started barking at me, so I had to pick up the pace. Instead of turning right down the path, I went straight into the field there. That handcart was damned heavy, and it was rough going off the path. I crossed the field, making it to the woods, but the wheel got stuck there. I couldn't go any further, and it was pitch black. I lit a lantern and dug a pit to fit that chest. Took me forever. When I was done, I could barely walk straight. The sun was coming up. I left the handcart and shovel there and went back the way I came. I hope those directions are good enough for you to find it.
Why did you do all that work yourself? Why didn't your husband help?
The fewer people know about it, the better. I didn't want to leave anything to chance.
That's all I need. I'll go and find your inheritance.
Change your bandage later. Try to get some sleep.
What's the story with your inheritance?
My father, Old Man Svatos, was quite wealthy, at least compared to the rest of the village. You see, he worked all fields and farms around here. He had 9 children, but only me and my younger sister Ludmilla made it into adulthood. And then, when he died, he left everything to me. He wanted to be sure, because with Ludmilla, He was worried she'd blow through all of it.
Why did your father disinherit Ludmilla?
She was quite flighty. She liked to have a good time, if you know what I mean. She was never without a man. Then she brought this hired hand home. Fanos was his name. She had to marry him, as she was in the family way. Svatos threw her out of the house without a second thought, heartlessly. And he never mentioned her again.
Why didn't you help Ludmilla then? Hanka said you didn't care about them. That you left them to starve to death.
That's not true. I offered to help her. I found her a job, but it was in vain. She was mad. Sometimes something came over her, like she was possessed. It was frightening, and it got worse and worse. It seems Hanka has inherited it from her. Those aren't the kind of people you let live in your house.
Why didn't you help Hanka at least? He lost his father after he got hurt in the mines. He must have been desperate.
Fanos? A miner? Where did you hear that? He never stepped foot out of the village. He drank so much, he lost his job, and then fell off a cliff at Simperk. He's a common swindler. And he's delusional, just like his lunatic mother. I hope our paths never cross again.
How did Svatos become so wealthy?
He was a good farmer. When he was young, he worked on a big farm somewhere near Colleen and worked his way up from the bottom to become the custodian. But it's no coincidence he ended up in Meseles. He was close with the old custodian of the Sedlets monastery. They were friends. Sometimes you've just got to meet good fortune halfway.
What did he do with such a large inheritance?
What do you think? I took care of it the way Pa wanted, so our Groshin didn't just roll away from us. So our Vendula would have a good life, a good dowry, and a good husband. At least someone as good as my Mikush.
I'd like to know more about Meseles.
Those are sad memories.
You know, I've been through something similar. Sigismund's army burned down my hometown. Skalitz.
My lord! Thank God you managed to save yourself.
Unfortunately, very few of us were so lucky. My ma and pa stayed behind.
I'm so sorry to hear that. What would you like to know, Henry?
I know reliving it isn't easy, but I'd be interested to know how the attack unfolded.
Like I said, we were prepared for it, unlike the others. The soldiers came from the main road. First the horsemen. They cut down anyone who stood in their way. Then came the first flaming arrows, and the roofs began to burn. The horsemen then stormed the farm, and that's all I saw. May God save the souls of those innocent people.
You said you were prepared, so someone warned you?
I already told you, Henry. A few days earlier, the neighbor boy was shouting about how he had heard something was going to happen. And then, I had the strange dream. So I decided to get ready, just in case.
Did you know where you'd flee to?
I did. I remember this old hut by Billiny. A long time ago, the Lord's huntsman and his family lived there. When the forest fell under the ownership of the monastery, he had to move out. It was empty for years, and now it's our home.
What was Meseles like before all this? Was it a big village?
I wouldn't call it big. Maybe back in my father's day, but not in recent years. As more and more silver started coming out of the mines, people moved to work in Kutenberg. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nobody left to work in the fields soon. But what can you do? That's a question for the custodian. And there's no reason to ask now anyway.
Was there anything peculiar about Meseles?
What do you mean?
Well, something worth looking for, I mean. Something the soldiers might have wanted.
They didn't attack us for our buried inheritance, that's for sure. They came for food and plunder. Though, on second thought, I heard something about a mysterious cave that's supposedly beneath Mesoless. But I reckon that's just an old wives' tale.
What are you going to do now?
I hope that inheritance brings us back the happiness we've lost. I hope our suffering ends soon, and we'll see better days again.
I'm going for the inheritance. I hope it's still there.
I'm sure it is. No one would ever think to look where it's hidden. Me, Vendula, and Mikush will wait here for you.
How is he?
Not well. He needs to rest.
And what about you?
Not so good either. I'm still trembling. In any case, thanks for the rescue. Who knows what Hanker is capable of? That is, if he doesn't come back.
Svatova sent me for your inheritance.
She finally came to her senses. I told her I'd go there myself. We could have had money and left this hut behind long ago. But she doesn't trust me and is always so worried about me, as if I was a little girl. If she wasn't so afraid, none of this would have ever happened.
What's the story with your inheritance?
I didn't know anything about what Hanker was so angry about. Nothing about any disinheritance or quarrels. Or do you mean how Ma buried it? I saw her taking everything of value from the house and loading it onto a handcart. But honestly, I just thought it was another of her whims. But I couldn't have been more wrong.
Was Hanker entitled to the inheritance?
Who knows? He was always just a strange cousin to me. We'd greet each other, but that's all. I never could have expected what someone like him is capable of. When he goes mad.
What about that one time you danced with Hanker?
What about it?
I hear he sort of fell for you after that.
That's not true. And if it was, what do I care?
Well, you might have hurt his feelings. It could have been just another reason for him to go after you.
I can't see inside his head. It was just one dance. If he made it out to be something more in that twisted mind of his, that's on him.
I'm going to get your inheritance.
Good luck. Maybe then Ma will finally wisen up and we'll leave this place. Just lie still, Pa.
Ugh. I'm so tired.
Rest.
Go! Quick! Go! Quick! Quick! Whoa! Whoa! Up! Ja! Quick! Whoa! Stand still! Ka! This is where Mikush's family lived. The It's a pretty big house for 3 people. I reckon they had a lot to be jealous of. I wonder what happened to the neighbour's boy. Maybe he managed to escape with his life too. Maybe. The lords are playing soldiers, and it's the ordinary folks that suffer. Just like in Skalitz.
Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
Stench of fire. No. I don't want to be reminded of that day. I feel quite hungry. This is where Fatima took the handcart onto the meadow. The inheritance can't be far.
Whoa! What's that you got?
Ka!
Go! Quick!
Ka!
Go! Ja! Go!
Ka!
I was in Merciless and followed your instructions.
And? Did you find it?
The chest was buried by the forest, exactly where you said. Next to the handcart.
My God! Thank you for everything. Vendula! Mikush! Henry has returned, and he found our inheritance.
Finally! Some good news.
Don't keep us waiting, Henry. Let's see what you have for us.
Here's everything I found.
Fabric, Groshan, and our ancestor? Nothing's missing.
This fabric's as good as new. Think of all the money this will make.
Finally, fortune smiled upon us.
It surely has. I told you that once our ancestor comes back to us, everything will be like it once was. Thank you, Henry. Here's something for your efforts. If you ever feel like learning something new, Mikush here would be glad to teach you.
So he teach me to play dice, eh?
You can't learn dice. You have to have it in your blood.
That's not what I meant. He's a tailor by trade, so he can show you how to mend your clothes.
I reckon I could. Stop by, Henry. I'll find time for you.
I'll be with you, neighbour.
Greetings.
I see you're on your feet. You feeling better?
Thank God Vendula took care of me. So I'm feeling much better. Thanks for asking. I reckon it'll be a while before I dance again. But no matter. At least I can still hold a needle and thread.
Before I forget, I found your hat. Here it is.
My hat? I thought I'd never see it again. I made it myself. It's the latest Italian style. You won't find another one like it. Thank you very much, Henry.
I'd like to learn something.
There's no time for it now. Come back later.
Christ! Pardon me.
Quick!
Whoa!
Go! Quick! Quick! Go! Die! Quick! Ka! Whoa!
Quick! Ja! Ja! Go! Quick! Ja! Go! Quick! Go! Quick! Ka! Ka!
You made it after all. And here I was thinking you'd never come. Hey, do you hear me? I'm talking to you.
How are you? I believe you're mistaken. I'm just passing by. Are you sure it's me you're waiting for?
You and no other.
Do we know each other? You don't look familiar.
No, we don't. But we were destined to meet.
What do you mean?
I dreamt about you on St. John's Eve, and then again a few more times.
Well, all right. What is it you need?
What do you think? A groom.
A groom? It's a little hasty for my liking. I mean, I've never seen you before in my life.
That is of no matter. See, on St. John's Eve, all us village girls floated wreaths. Hannah's bobbed its way to the other bank. Eliza's fell to pieces, but mine floated the furthest of all. And then that night, I dreamt of you.
What was that you said about wreaths?
You're not from around these parts, are you? Me and the girls release them on the water every St. John's Eve. If your wreath reaches the other side, it means you will soon be married. But if it sinks or breaks up, yours will be a miserable marriage. And mine got swept downstream to who knows where.
And that means...
When I wed, my husband will take me away from here.
You say you dreamt about me?
And more than once at that. But the first time was on St. John's Eve, and that means something.
Does it now? And what?
That it will come true. I picked 9 flowers at night, put them under my pillow, and you know the rest.
Thanks for the explanation. Are you confusing me with someone else?
Oh, no. I had a dream about you, and you looked exactly like this. Those eyes, the hair, that nose, exactly as I remember it.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, but you must be mistaken. I have no plans to marry just yet. And I can't, anyway.
But my dreams, the wreath of 9 herbs, I did everything they told me.
And if you are to marry away from here, it probably shouldn't be to someone like me.
I'm not saying he has to be from far away. Kutenberg would be enough for me.
I'm not a city lad. I'm from Skalitz.
Skalitz? You're a villager? Well, it certainly couldn't have been you I was dreaming of then. I bid you safe travels. Skalitz, he says. What a woeful prize that would have been.
God! Quick!
Can avoid danger. Hear what I say about the greatest evil of... the one called woman. Angels on the outside.
You silly dog.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Ja! Go! Ja! Quick! Whoa.
Huh? Good day to you. What would you like? Don't be shy, seeing as how we know each other now.
What do you have for me this time?
How about I tease you with another riddle? What do you say?
The riddle sounds good. Go ahead.
Great! But before I do, last time you got the better of me, so I'd like the chance to return the compliment. Let's bet again! Do you agree?
Maybe Lady Luck will shine on me. I accept.
All right, now pay attention. Jaromir the coachman hailed from Rabosh. One morning he set off for Kuttenberg with an empty coach. 3 lads boarded in Bohonovitz. When he arrived in Boyisht, one of the boys got out and a washerwoman took his place. In Hoshan, the washerwoman went on her way and a peddler and his daughter boarded. In Psitoke, the remaining lads alighted and took the peddler's daughter with them. And straight away, 2 fishermen got in. And on reaching Kuttenberg that evening, they invited the coachman to the bathhouse and got pig drunk. And now you tell me, what was the coachman's name?
Jaromir.
That's right! There's no fooling you. You've won the bet. And I'll be sure to remember you have a sharp mind.
I was just lucky, that's all.
But before I pay you, I'll ask you again. What would you prefer? Some extra coin? Or another story from my travels?
I'm all ears.
All ears, you say? This is tough. So much to choose from. You know what herbs are used to brew up medicinal concoctions? A herbalist once showed me. Gather some marigolds and nettles. Boil the nettles, but just crush the marigold and add it at the end. Marigold broth, she called it.
But I already know how to make that.
Well, that's a pity. It's the only concoction she taught me. She said it would be enough. But that's not to say you learnt nothing, is it? Travel safe, and perhaps our paths will cross again sometime. Take care, friend. What can I do for you?
Is it safe on the roads?
If you know how to handle yourself. I travel alone, but
I'm afraid I'm...
It was good. Take care, friend.
Go! Ka! Whoa! Whoa! Go! Whoa!
That looks like a bloody expensive horse.
Go! Whoa! Quick! Ka! 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 Quick!
I'll kill you.
Whoa!
Show your stuff.
Enough!
Cough up the coin, and maybe you'll live to see another day.
Have mercy. I have a wife and child waiting for me at home. Without me, they'll have to beg to survive.
Well, you should have thought of that sooner.
I'm sorry. I truly regret what happened.
Ugh, your whining is making me sick. Get out of here. Go!
Go! Quick! Ka! Ka! Go! Go! Quick! Ja! Quick! Go! Ka! Ja! Go! Quick! Ja! Ka! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Damn it! That door's supposed to be closed! Hmm?
You have a kind master, eh? Much. Fuck yourself!
Good afternoon.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Also gut. Was soll's? I can show you something. Damit wir uns verstehen. I don't like those Schwertmeister these days, who swagger around with the longsword. For me, a weapon is simply just a tool like any other. Wenn du wirklich Interesse hast, I'll show you one of my favorite blows with a mace to the chin. Was sagst du dazu?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Das ist richtig. Ehrliche Arbeit mit der Waffe. This strike is about a few hard attacks, after which you quickly swing your axe and slice with it from below. It simply sends a man flying to heaven, and then sends him straight to hell. Und jetzt, try it out a few times, junger Mann. Na und? Ist doch gut, oder? May it serve you in good health, mein Freund.
Good day.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I heard you might know something about the band of poachers hiding out in the woods. A band led by some Mach of Marshevitz. Ginger-headed.
What? Who told you such a thing?
Dobrosh, the huntsman. He sent me to track them down and get rid of them.
I see. It's about the White Roebuck. I'm surprised somebody didn't shoot it long time ago. Such a hide would fetch a king's ransom.
Do you know where their hideout is?
Maybe. What's in it for me?
What do you mean, what's in it for you? You should think of your own good. If you help me with my search, it'll be clear you had nothing to do with the poaching. But if you don't, then the Lord of Pisek could put a bounty on your head next.
Kurva. I didn't think of that. All right. I'll tell you what I know. I heard they're brothers. And they're led by that Mac fella. But they didn't look like kin to me. They surely ain't no livy livers, though. They're pretty frightening looking. Maybe that's why Dobrosh would rather sit his arse in a castle instead of searching for them in the woods.
Do you know where they're hiding?
I ain't sure. But it's definitely somewhere in the valley near the water. In the direction of Rabosh. That's where they always came from. And if I was a poacher, that's where I'd be hiding.
All right. That'll help my search.
Listen, lad. I know you said you were doing this for Dobrosh, but if you find that white hide at your camp and bring it to me, I'll pay you more than that pinched purse of a huntsman. I know some people, and I'd be able to sell that thing for, well, a lot.
Perhaps. I'll see if I have any luck finding it.
Sure. But if you do, bring it back to me. See you later.
are you doing here?